Hey guys, Rolia or Taylor here, and I'm back with another Division weapon review. I've covered the M700 and the FAMAS, and now I take a look at another 1.5 weapon, the UMP. Now, as you can see on the screen, that's what it stands as in German, but in English that's Universal Machine Gun or Universal Machine Pistol. Obviously very similar, but I didn't want to try and pronounce it in German and absolutely slaughter it, because, you know, I don't speak German, so I'm not going to know how to pronounce these words properly. But it was manufactured by Heckler & Koch, or Koch. The UMP was developed as a cheaper and lighter version of the MP5 that also makes an appearance in the game, which is pretty cool. I didn't know those two were linked in any way. Obviously, I knew about the MP5 and the MP5 variants, but like I said, I didn't know the UMP and the MP5 were linked or from a similar family. Right, the UMP. What is it like within the streets of New York? Well, it's not like your standard submachine gun with a high rate of fire. The UMP actually has one of the lowest rounds per minute, standing at, a pretty slow 600. This isn't bad by all means, but it does feel sluggish and slow compared to the likes of the MP7 or the MP5. Much like any other weapon and its RPM, there is either an upside or a downside, and with the UMP having such a low RPM, it means it's got a pretty low recoil to go with it, and having a low or steady recoil pattern on an SMG works wonders with the SMG's bonus of critical hit damage. Easier to hit the head, easier to get crits. You know the deal. With all of the new weapons that dropped in 1.5, they have been given their own talent unique to that weapon, and the UMP comes partnered with the talent Ambusher. Increase your damage by 10% against enemies behind cover. It's not one of the best, but it certainly isn't one of the worst talents, especially depending on what you can manage to roll with it. I've actually managed to roll responsive on the UMP. Damage is increased by 10% when closer than 10 meters to the target. These two do pair very well. So with them both, it's ideal for rushing and pressing the NPC. And by using this, it's already given you a 20% increase to weapon damage. So it's not bad as I first suggested. You might have all thought, oh, he's going to mention that how terrible this talent is and how it, breaks all the rules of the game and that it shouldn't be here. Not at all. If you pair it with the right talent, you're going to have a lot of fun with it. Now we come to the comparisons. How does the UMP stack up to other SMGs? Well, I thought it would make sense to compare it to its predecessor, the MP5. All three of the UMP variants have the same stats. They all have 600 rounds per minute. They all have a 26 base size magazine, and they all have a 2.1 second reload time. The MP5 and its variants also all share the same stats. They all have an 800 rounds per minute, they all have a 32 base size magazine, and they all reload at the same speed as the UMP at 2.1 seconds. The UMP, however, does pack a slightly bigger punch. The MP5 base damage without scaling is between 8,182 and 9,604, whereas the UMP is between 9,545 and 11,205. So by just looking at this, we know the MP5 shoots faster but damages less, and the UMP is the other way around, shoots slower but deals more damage. So after all of this and all of those numbers and whatnot, is the UMP a good gun? Well, remember, this is all my opinion. I've used it for a few hours now, and I feel a little bit more drawn with this weapon compared to the other reviews where I've had a solid yes, it's a lot of fun, or no, I'm not really going to use this much. With the UMP, I just feel I can't bring anything down as fast as other teammates are, and it almost feels like I'm not putting in much of an effort, or putting in much to help them. But don't get me wrong, it's not the worst gun I've used, but will I be sticking around with it in the long run? I really don't think so. I know I said I've got a rule where if a gun looks good, I'll probably try it for a lot longer than I should be. But even with this gun looking good, like I said, I just don't feel like I'm doing enough to warrant being that fourth guy in the team. So there you have it, guys. That's my honest opinion and review of the UMP. It's up to you guys now to try it and, let me know what you think of it. Maybe I'm just not using it right, not using it in the right situation. But like I said, this is all my own opinion. I'm just reviewing the weapon for you guys and just filling you in on it. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button. And if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe for more Division content. Your support lately, guys, has been unreal. I've gained something like 23 subscribers in the past 4 or 5 days, which is absolutely nuts. It's the most I've gained in that short period of time. So I guess you're enjoying these. But yeah, until then guys, take it easy and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.